We're good to go.
All rise. For the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Public to be heard? None? We have some good news. My favorite part. All right, from John Kennedy, from Principal Kessler. Special thanks to our coaches and department leaders, Deb Loftus, Jen Sloan, Tricia Livergood, Amaya Gagno, Allie Elliott, and Sarah Miller for organizing and kicking off our JKPLC meetings. I'm so thankful for the partnership and heading this work. From the middle school, Kristen Schmidt. Our first round of Connected Crack Club happened on Friday, 9/27/24. Teachers nominate students who demonstrate the determination to be respectful, responsible, and safe. Nominations and recognition happen monthly. And then from Robert Morrison Jackson, Kelly Marciano. Bailey Traney has been a wonderful addition to our psychology department. She is working hard and taking on some very important roles to make sure our students are successful. Keep it up. And there's plenty of more good news on our site, so please make sure you take a look at that for me. I really appreciate it. Oh, Board Appreciation Celebration. That's why everybody is here.
So we are celebrating Board Appreciation, and on behalf of the board, I want to thank, or on behalf of the district, I want to thank the board for the service. We want to begin. We have representation of each of our schools here. And we'll go from our youngest ones to our oldest ones. So Mr. Notaro, I know, has a fantastic crew here to talk with our board and share some wonderful messages. Mr. Notaro, you can go first. Mrs. Cordelis and Mrs. Lawton are our assistant principals and our students.
So, thank you for all of your support. This is Dr. Cordelis, Assistant Principal Robert Morse, Krista Lawton, Assistant Principal Jackson. This is Juliet, Alexiana, and Riley. They have a special cheer and celebration for you, so thank you for all that you do for us.
My name is Juliet. My favorite thing is art. My name is Rachel. My favorite thing about school is gym. My name is Ellie. My favorite thing about school is my teacher. Ready. Batavia, Blue Devils, the best team we know. With the help of our boys, we can learn, play, and grow. Stronger than ever, we'll get the job done. Working together, our board is number one. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. Love your friends at Jacksontown Valley.
On their cheer, so thank you. Good job, girls. Go split.
Kessler and John
All right. 5 of our finest. All right, come on up with me here. All right, we're all going to face it this way. Okay, so even though we're going to face it. All right, we just want to say thank you to the Board of Education. These are 5 of our 3rd graders. They've looped 2 years in a row with Mrs. Kaminiak. And so they have a song that they're going to sing for you about something they're learning. All right, and it's skip counting by what, everybody? 6s. All right, why is skip counting so important?
It helps you more.
Okay, it helps you. Say it loud. It helps you
Helps you my mom.
All right, helps you learn to multiply. All right, so they have a skip counting song that for sixes. All right, they've got some good singing and some good moves here. All right, so hit play and we'll see if it works.
When you use multiplication, and count by six and get confused with your patience. No, see the sixes can be tricky, but if you just sing it with me, you'll be counting up to 60. Give your sixes in a jiffy, they say, come on, try it. Sing it, don't be quiet. Wanna hear it from the highest top of the mountains to the sky. Sing it, oh, I think that I found a way to count by 6. 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36. 40, 40, 54, and then 60. Get up out of your seat. See it with 6.
All right, see if you can count by sixes next time.
18, 6 and 4, count one more, 6, 12, 18, 24, 6 times 5, you gotta try to get that 3, oh my, they say, come on, try it, sing it, don't be quiet, wanna hear it from the highest, count from mountains to the sky, singing, oh, I think that I found a way to count by 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36, 42, 48, 54, and then 60. Get up out of your seat and sing it with me.
All right. All right, board gets them. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So you read that one. All right. This is done at a time. So, you know. All right.
Thank you, Mr.
All
Kessler.
right.
Hello, Dr. Fry, and our middle school students. Up next, Dr. Fry.
So we have a representative of each of our grade levels from BMS. We have Leah Guire, Finnegan Barden, Harper Davis, and Xavier Williams. And they wanted to thank you for all the opportunities that they have being in Batavia schools and at the middle school. And it's listed up here that Aaliyah is in chorus, band, and orchestra. Finnegan is part of Page Turners and chorus. Harper is part of our softball program, and Xavier Williams is part of our My Brother Keeper and Tech Wars groups. And they wrote individualized thank you notes just to thank the board for all the opportunities that they have at Batavia Middle School. So I'll help you. Yeah. Did you guys want to say something? Anyone want to say They helped us put these all together, so go ahead, you can go give them to.
I'll start over here. Over here. Start over here.
Find your, yeah, yours are both not here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
There's a couple run out here. Thank you, Dr. Fry.
From BMS, thank you guys.
Then we have, last but not least, Ms. West. She has some students coming, but they're busy students, so we have a backup plan.
Yes, we do. So my students, our co-mayors and our board actually, all apologize. They have to work or they've had lots of sports and things to do, but they did put together a little video in terms of appreciation.
Hi, I'm Ava Anderson.
I'm Matt Whitmire, and we're your co-layers.
For Board of Education Appreciation Week, we just wanted to share some things that the student body appreciates here at BHS.
Take a look.
I'm Finn, guys. I'm
part of like basically every music ensemble at Batavia, and I was also part of the tennis team. And so I thank the Board of Education for funding these activities.
My name is Crowder, and one thing I like about this school is the career opportunities we have.
Hi, my name is Gavin, and one thing I like about BHS is that the administrators are really easy to talk to.
Hi, my name is Hannah Carney, and one thing I'm appreciative about the community is the after-school activities. And I want to thank you to all the board members for helping out the school and doing so much for us. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Leo Gray, and one thing that I appreciate at school is the athletic department.
My name is Chloe Coates, and one thing I appreciate in BHS is our volleyball sports team.
My name is Sam Pies, and I appreciate Asian popcorn chicken for lunch.
My name is Dr. Riggs, and I appreciate the people in the sports and how understandable the teachers are.
My name is Josiah, and one thing I like about this school is the community representative.
My name is Allie Tompkins, and I appreciate the sports and the environment.
Let's go BHS!
So on behalf of all of us, thank you so very much. We have so many rich opportunities for our students, and they, as they showed you, are very, very thankful for them. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
As a board, I have some certificates here. It says School Board Recognition Week, October 14th and October 18th. They're honoring our board members for dedicated leadership in public education and continuing service to the children of this community. So on behalf of the school district, I thank John Marucci. Thank you, John. Thank you. Anderson, thank you. Our Vice President John Regal, our Board Member Ches Rowe, and Board Member Jen Lenday all had other obligations, but we thank all 7 of them for the dedicated volunteer service to our school district and to our students. So thank you, board members.
All right. Now after that awesome show of appreciation, thank you again, everyone, for that. Miss Sarah Geithner and Mrs. Elena Veltz and student Cameron Garofalo, tell us about your senior trip.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to do after my daughter's performance. Can't really compete with that, but we've been working hard for our senior trip.
Yeah, so we're looking at the dates of June 19th through the 21st. This would be like during Regents Week, so most of the seniors don't have to take any of those tasks, so it'll be a good time for that.
So we're going to the Smithsonian Museums, and there's a guided illuminated tour. Yeah.
All in DC. The next day, we plan to go to Ocean City, Maryland, where there's a really nice beach and a boardwalk. So this allows students to, if they want a beach day, they can do that. We'll bring can jam, volleyballs, and have fun on the beach. And if they aren't really like a beach type person, there's a really nice boardwalk. There's an arcade, restaurants, shopping, so there's really a little bit of everything for them.
The nice thing is there's a backup plan if it is rainy and not a beach day. So our backup plan would be to go to the National Air and Space Museum, the National Zoo, and the Natural History Museum if it weren't a day to go to the beach. All again free.
And then we're going to the Baltimore Aquarium. I think we got a lot of people wanting to go to the aquarium, and a lot of people who like aquariums, I guess. And then we'll be going to Inner Harbor. It's a nice area, and a lot of people want to go there.
Yeah, so again, at the Inner Harbor, there's some really cool restaurants. You can rent a little dragon paddle boat if you want. So there's a lot of opportunities, and then we come home on this 3rd day. The final cost, it always depends on how many students go. Our kind of magic number is 48. And that would fill one bus. If we had more than 48, we would have to take 2 buses. But without any funds from our class or fundraising going in, it will be no more than $500 a person for these 3 days and 2 nights.
So we've done some previous, we haven't been that successful with our fundraising, but this year we're kind of knocking it out of the park.
So this year, oh yeah, this year we've been very busy, very busy. In August and September, we did painted parking spaces, so if you ever look in the student parking lot, they could pay a fee and then choose to paint their own parking spots. In October, we were invited to help with a Bulldogs concession stand. Anyone who worked that got money to their personal account, and then we also had some funds go to our class account.
In addition, we had the fall ball. We're kind of wrapping up the senior yard sign sales. Jersey Mike's was a great one.
Super successful.
Yeah.
And we're just about to start a popcorn sale fundraiser. So this is all online, and it will be specifically for the individual accounts. So when we, tell the students, hey, it'll be $480 for your senior trip, and that is not something that the family can really do, even in spread out payments throughout the year. They can, and last year they did this fundraiser too, they can absolutely fund their entire trip depending on how much fundraising they do with this popcorn sale.
And it's a very attainable one too,
Yes.
because the class last year did it, and they had kids who were able to personally earn $500 for their trip, and in the sales that they did.
Yes.
We'll kind of be the lead in the snowball and get the funds for that, and then we're looking at March doing a Chipotle fundraiser and using that for funds.
Yep. Do you have any questions for us?
How many students do you expect to attend?
I'm guessing we will fill one bus. I don't anticipate us needing 2 buses. Just from we put a survey out asking the students if they would like to go on this trip or a Philadelphia trip. And the Philadelphia trip was a little more expensive, but I think we had about 50 students fill out the survey. So we're thinking that that's probably who's interested in the trip as well.
So you think the fundraisers, if the kids put their minds to it, this will be a good way for them to really...
Oh, absolutely. So it's all online. So even if they have family that doesn't live here, they pay online. It ships to them. So it's a really easy one, and they make half of anything that they sell. It goes straight to their account.
Anybody else have any questions? No. Think we're good?
Thank you so much.
All right. We're gonna need to, can I get a motion
She would like to
to
stay, so.
approve these senior trips? Ms. Bowman, could I get a second? Ms. Anderson?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
All right. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
All right, next up. Music trip proposal. Ms. Melody Case and students, Madeline Demina and Elijah Sale.
Good evening, everyone. We're here tonight to propose our spring mixed and treble chorus trip to New York City. Our mixed and treble chorus is made up of 7th and 8th grade students at the middle school.
Thank you, Ms. Case. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, I came here to ask that you give us the opportunity, the 7th and 8th graders, to perform in a major city, New York City, and let us see a professional musical on Broadway, and get the opportunity to learn about Central Park and the Intrepid Museum.
On day 1, we will travel to New York City and have time to explore Times Square. After dinner, we will see the musical. On day 2, we will perform at the Intrepid Museum and receive a tour of the museum, followed by a tour at Central Park before traveling.
And the itinerary and all of the information has been put together again this year by First Choice Travel here in Batavia. At this time, the estimated cost is $485 per person. This is based on quad occupancy and 40 attendees. We are able to use the coaster for the musical ticket as well as any admissions to the museums. Yes, the COSER is a grant that we use through BOCES. We use it for many different activities here at school. And that way they will pay for 75% of any admission cost, and then the student would pay 25%. So far we've done our pie fundraiser. We just finished that up. We have just started our Fowler's Chocolate Bar fundraiser. We do our Carologram fundraiser every year where we have recipients. They can register for someone, we call them, and we sing them a holiday tune over the phone, as well as an Adopt a Square fundraiser. Are there any questions?
What Broadway show are you hoping to get to see?
We don't know yet, but I'm sure Maddie and Eli and I would agree there are many good ones out there we'd love to see, so.
Is this pie fundraiser still going on?
I'm not sure.
No, the pie fundraiser.
Oh, pie fundraiser. That one's done. Yeah,
So
just wrapped up.
I'd be happy to recommend it, that's one of my.
Yeah.
favorite.
Yes.
Any other questions? No? Folks, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Could I get a motion to approve the music trip?
So moved.
Ms. Bennett, can I have a second? Ms. Anderson?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
Enjoy your trip.
Yeah.
You're gonna enjoy it, trust me. All right, next up, Superintendent's Report, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, just want to recognize again our board and honor our board appreciation week last week. I'm sure we'll have some posts on my social media soon. I want to welcome our government students here. Raise your hand if you're a government student, and they're from Mr. McCarthy's 12th grade government class, so we're here. Anybody else have Mr. McCarthy?
We are from Alexander.
Oh, you're from Alexander? I'm sorry about that.
Mr. Waters.
Mr. Watterson, so there are no Batavia? I thought I saw some Batavia kids. One of them. Okay. All right, well, we have Alexander students here from to observe the board. We are going to have Batavia students coming as well. The Athletic Hall of Fame we had this past weekend. We inducted several graduates into the Hall of Fame. I want to welcome them and recognize our athletic department for getting that going. And also, this Thursday night is our Musicians and Note Ceremony. Board members are invited to that. It's free of charge. We'll be recognizing alumni, music alumni into our Hall of Fame. Sectionals begin this week and next week for all of our fall sports teams. Good luck to them. I want to thank all of our schools, all 5 of our schools for hosting successful open houses. John Marucci and I attended every single one. Alison was a couple of them as well, so thank you to the principals and teachers for that. The capital project update, we're still in the middle of phase 1. We're doing the roofs. There'll be a full update for the board, however, in November from the entire team, from campus construction and our architects. And then we'll update our community with the fall newsletter on the entire project. Next week, we're going to be celebrating some neat Halloween events at Jackson, Robert Morris, and John Kennedy with lots of community participation. The board has invited for those, so please feel free to come and pop in on those. Those are always a lot of fun. And of course, Veterans Day, we're going to celebrate it here on November 14th. We made an effort this year to reach out to more veterans, so that'll be Friday the 14th, I think at 8 or 8:30. She had invited for that as well, so that's coming up as well. So it's a good opportunity for the board to be out and about, and again, thank you to our students for their recognition. Thank you to our board for your service each and every year, so thank you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Smith. All right, next up is our student ex officios report from Cameron Bayako. Cameron could not be here tonight, so I get to read his report. Good evening, everyone. A few weeks ago, the Executive Council met without Superintendent Mr. Smith to discuss a student perspective on school operations and procedures, engaging in discussions about school safety, environment, and phone policies occurred during lunch. And I was pleased to be a part of them. And I thank Mr. Smith for involving the students and their voice on such topics. It is extremely important, and I look forward to future meetings. The last few weeks have been very proactive at the high school. School spirit is at an all-time high. Sports teams have had great success, and fundraisers have been very successful. Seniors, of course, won homecoming this year with their wins in class theme days, girl handball, and their prehistoric mural, which I personally worked on along with Kayla Rickenberg, Ava Anderson, for probably more than 30 hours. The pep rally led by co-mayors Ava Anderson and Matthew Whitmire
was super engaging and led to a huge turnout at the homecoming football game at Vendetta Stadium against Eastridge. The student section was packed, the game was competitive, and homecoming royalty was announced at halftime. The Blue Devils took away a win at the end of the night in a one-score game. Many successes have occurred in other sports. Both boys and girls soccer are starting sectional soon, fingers crossed. Girls tennis finished their season with a bang, graduating 6 seniors, and the first and second round doubles team made it far in sectionals. The cheer team won best band chant out of all the varsity teams in their division and placed third in their first competition. And finally, girls volleyball just recently won a home game against Greece Acadia in a 3-set sweep and raised over $2,000 for Genesee Cancer Assistance during their pink night. In other fundraising news, the senior class, Jersey Mike's fundraiser, made over $1,500 for their class. For GCC BOCES Health Academy, we recently toured United Memorial Medical Center and will be starting clinical soon. Some possible placements are wound care, med, surge, the emergency room, pediatrics, radiology, pharmacy, and etc. The experience we will all get from this is invaluable, and I'm super excited to begin clinical rotations. The GCC BOCES Justice Academy have also been touring many different areas within their fields. Overall, Batavia High School has had a very successful first couple weeks of the year, and we're excited for the rest of it. Thank you. That is from Cameron, our student ex officio. Next up is D, consent grouping. Going to need a motion to approve the grouping of the consent items E through L. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Ms. Benedict, could I have a second? Ms. Bowman.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
All right, new business. Request the formation of a student charter club, marketing and manufacturing. Any questions? No? All right, could I get a motion?
So moved.
Ms. Benedict, could I have a second?
Okay.
Ms. Anderson?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Next up, approval of the external audit of BCSD basic financial statements year ended 6/30/24 and corrective action plan prepared by Mengo, Metzger, Barr and Company. Any questions on that? If not, can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Ms. Benedict, could I have a second? Ms. Bowman?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Number 3, approve the 2025-26 Batavia City School District budget guidelines and budget calendar.
Just want to make a quick comment on this. Andy had worked on this. We tried to update the process a bit more to start the process earlier for you and begin breaking down the various pieces of the budget beginning in January. What we want to avoid is not having to give you a great big budget book and then kind of do like mini budget book presentations, so to speak, each month as opposed to giving one great big binder. It's going to accomplish the same thing, and we think it'll be more manageable for the board to understand all the pieces that go into it as opposed to giving you a great big binder at once.
Yeah, just it's a kind of a way just to try and make the budget presentation and development process a little easier and more manageable throughout the whole budget.
But we love that big binder.
Of course, if you want access to anything in the binder, we can still get it for you and turn the numbers in.
Okay, I'll just keep my old one and put all the other.
So we're gonna we just want to pilot this for a year and see how you like it. And then you can make the adjustments from there.
Any questions? All right, could I have a motion, please? Ms. Anderson, could I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Benedict?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
All right, and discussion and or other reports would be the administrative reports for curriculum operations and the business office, and those are all on our site, so please feel free to take a look at those. Next up then after that would be board goal updates. I can honestly say, correct me if I'm wrong, but we had made it a point to try and make it to as many of the open houses as possible. I was able to attend all of the open houses and talk to some parents, teachers, and you know, I learned a lot from being there and seeing how excited the kids were of, you know, bringing their parents and, you know, I don't know if they're this excited whether they get there in the morning time, but they were super excited to show their parents where their classrooms were and stuff that they did. So that was kind of nice. I mean, we still have a few more goals to achieve, which we'll be working on throughout the year. So, Alessandra, Barb, great guys, kind of add to it.
No, it's just always nice to be able to visit the schools and see the students. I really don't have much contact myself, so.
Yeah. So I just, that's why we try to include the invites on the calendar. I hope that's been helpful.
Oh, yeah.
John, I know, is working on a newsletter article on behalf of the board for our next article with the BCSD News and Notes that we're going to have coming out as well. So. Any board member comments or any news you guys want to share? No?
Just looking forward to moving forward to kids also, special possessions.
Veterans?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Did
good.
send an invite out to
Yep.
everybody for that,
Yep.
so you can have that.
All I can say is I was able to make it to my first football game this past Friday. That was quite enjoyable. I was there at halftime for the Hall of Fame inductees, shaking their hands and meeting them, and that was nice. And of course, it was even nicer to watch the football team win like they did. So, well, yeah, that's all I got. Anybody else got anything else?
I just want to add on I know I was talking in Oakfield for their Veterans Day as far as incorporating something, it doesn't have to necessarily be on Veterans Day, but more of informational for the ROTC program and the service academies. I don't think a lot of students are aware of that, and if they are, it's often when you're a senior, it's a little late for that. So I know I talked to Jenny West about it. I'm not sure if she had started anything yet, but that's important, and it's a good day to do it.
And that'd be a good way to mention it too. So we have to
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, if there's nothing else, our meeting is concluded. We will not be going into executive session this evening. So could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Ms. Bennett, can I have a second? Ms. Bowman, do you consider?
Next, Benedict and Bowman,
Yes.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
All right, we are adjourned, folks.
You get all your signatures, guys?
Do you have an agenda for us?
Yeah, there's agendas are on the back.
Okay.
It's that, yeah.
Oh.